Hey, it's Aviator Joe here, and this is about tradition. A tradition that goes back as far as anyone can remember. The enigmatic $100 hamburger. I say enigmatic because it's a mystery, to me at least, how anybody came up with that number. I mean, on our trip, the road tax burned a whopping 3.9 gallons for the entire flight. At $4.20 a gallon, that's $16.38 as far as the plane's cost for the day. With Laura and I looking like Mr. and Mrs. Aviator, it was a great day to fly to Norwalk Airport, just north of our home base in Mansfield. The plan was to go to lunch at the Freight House, a railway-themed restaurant in the town of Norwalk. This was the first time I used my GoPro session camera temporarily mounted on the front dash facing us. It was no real problem during the flight. In fact, it's no different than some planes that have a compass mounted there. So I'll ditch the painter's tape and use a proper mount. This was also the first time I recorded cockpit audio, and the first time we used our new Pilot USA Carbon A1 headsets. They work fine and are extremely light and comfortable.
It's great to have these runways so you don't have to do much crosswind, but holy cow. 6 weeks later.
During the long taxiway to runway 14, I noticed that the trim indicator was all the way up to the top, indicating that the trim was set to almost full pitch up. I reset it and continued taxiing. However, when we got to the holding point, it was indicating pitch up again. I spent over 2 minutes just watching the indicator to see if it moved after I reset it, and it didn't. I had full control of the trim, so I elected to take off and just watch it closely for the first few minutes of flight. It turns out that I was accidentally pressing on the pitch up button. On my MX, I developed a habit of holding my thumb over the top of the control stick, and that's what I was doing right now. Gotta break that habit.
3-4 Hotel Bravo, you can proceed VFR on course to the north.
Proceed on course north. 6-4 Hotel Bravo. And the trim looks good.
November 4 Hotel Bravo. I just have traffic about 6 miles north east of the field, Cessna at 2,500 inbound for the field.
Looking, 4 Hotel Bravo. That guy.
The flight out was fairly bumpy, but it wasn't going to be very long. We had some headwind, and even then, it only took about 25 minutes. I had a hell of a time finding the runway. From the air, the very old and worn asphalt blended into the grass. I couldn't see the windsock, but I knew the wind was very low, so I elected to land on 2-8.
Norwalk Light Sport 634 Hotel Bravo, turning final for 28 North. Oh yeah, hi, look at the bird. I said, go away.
We did have a very slight tailwind, maybe 4 knots. Not ideal, but it had no real effect on the landing.
Alright, this story. part was good, second part was not good.
Yeah, so there's a lot of fixing up on this runway here.
It has nothing to do with that. It was me. It was me. I should have kept up on the nose. Norwalk traffic, light support 634 Hotel Bravo is clear to 8 Norwalk.
The courtesy car would not start, so John, one of the guys from the FBO, let us use one of his company vans. Really nice. We really appreciate it. It was a quick 4 miles to the restaurant. It was a nice place, very good food and service, and the railroad theme was a lot of fun. When we came back, there was a fairly strong crosswind, almost perpendicular to the runway. It looked like about 9 knots. Takeoff was fine, though I was blown south just a bit. At about 2,200 feet MSL, I noticed that there were definitely some clouds just 500 feet above us. There was also some significant haze. I was a little concerned that maybe it might get worse before it got better. Mansfield was reporting some low scattered clouds, but it was listed as full VFR. Since we were just about 20 minutes away, I decided to continue. The clouds got fewer and fewer, and the mist kept improving, so it was a good call.
I don't like this mist.
Oh, we should be out of this.
Well, let's see. They say VFR. So, we'll go lower. As much as I don't like that because we're bouncing, but
We had a bit of a tailwind, so the return flight only took 18 minutes. There was someone in the pattern practicing short approaches on runway 32, so the tower cleared us for a right downwind to 32 so we wouldn't interfere with the pattern work.
Mansfield Tower, light support 634, Hotel Bravo is 6 miles south of the field looking for a full stop. We have information echo.
Light support 634 Hotel Bravo, Mansfield Tower, proceed inbound for the right downwind for runway 32.
Right downwind for runway 32, 6 Hotel Bravo.
Leaving altitude.
When the tower called my base, I was not as far from the threshold as I would have liked. The result was that I was a bit high and a bit fast. I was slowing down, but I was at 45 knots instead of 35 when I touched down, and I bounced a little. The good news is that I kept the nose up, so all was fine.
I landed on the back wheels.
301S, left or right, close traffic is approved.
We'll do some left close traffic, 301.
And for Hotel Bravo, and if able, if you want to make that left turn onto Bravo.
Left turn on a Bravo.
Number 4 Hotel Bravo, you going back to the hangars today?
Yeah, T-hangers.
Number 4 Hotel Bravo, roger, taxi to T hangars via Bravo Alpha and remain this frequency.
Bravo Alpha and remain on this frequency. Hotel for Hotel Bravo. Wasn't happy with. But when am I ever happy, Laura?
I was just thinking.
Are you really thinking that?
I was.
Never gonna. Give it a good landing. I'll find something to bitch about.
Yes. Like, we're down, we're safe, and there's no damage to the plane.
Well, yeah. And
The rest is a matter of pride, my darling.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Pride has something to do with it. But it's more about safety. The higher you aim, the safer you're going to wind up being. So the end up is, I hate all my landings. Laura and I had a great time on this flight. This is the quote-unquote aviation lifestyle, I guess. My years in the ultralight were nothing like this at all. This is where plane ownership really shines. I'd like to thank all the new subscribers that have signed up recently, and thank all of my viewers for their support. Please like, comment, and definitely subscribe if you haven't, as I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers. Thanks and happy landings.